with some Skull Mystic. I am here at Darkmoor Manor by the White River Bridge, expecting to see the Headless Horseman cross behind me any time now, to bring you another edition of Through the Grapevine, where we talk about news, tips, tricks, and all things wizard. There's going to be a lot of news in this one, guys. There is a lot going on, oddly enough. For no new world content, there is still yet a lot going on. But first, like I always do, you got to suffer through it, guys. You got to hear the game ideas first. Just bear with me. It'll be all right. For game ideas this time, this is one I was thinking about just a little while ago. As a matter of fact, this is really a brand new game idea. I was looking at some reagents way across the way over there in the world. I was thinking, you know what? It would be so nice if I didn't have, because I really want the reagents, it would be so nice if I didn't have to divert and go all the way over there and get those reagents and then come all the way back to the trail and go on where I was going. Wouldn't it be nice if you could send your pet on little errands like that to pick up the reagents, to talk to this vendor, that vendor, the other vendor, or to take stuff to the bazaar to get sold for you, I mean, because it's all fixed price, to run all these little errands that would make life easier and at the same time make the game more interactive. That is what this game, I feel, really, really needs, is some more interactivity. It needs, for lack of a better way to put it, a more real-life feel. It really does. We all know it's a game. Yes, we do. We all know these characters aren't real. Well, at least some of us do. I'm not sure if I do or not. But wouldn't a little bit more interactivity, a little bit more real-life stuff make this a lot cooler? If your pet could be more interactive, that would be so, so nice. They've done a lot. Don't get me wrong. They have done a lot with these pets since the start of the game. They really have. But just that little bit more interactivity would not be the coolest thing ever? Along that line with the pets, this is going to be a pet and Halloween video. It really is. My tips today, or my game ideas today, are mainly about pets, but there's a lot of Halloween stuff too. Wouldn't it be cool if all Pale Maidens, or all Gobblers, or all Dragons, or all whatever, didn't all have the same animation? If you could pick from a set of animations that you wanted your pet to have, and or maybe at times change those animations if you wanted to. I think that would be a great idea. Let's get a little more, hey, diversity is the way these days. Let's have some diversity in what our pets do, and what our pets say, and how our pets act. I think that would be really cool. A really great game idea. Another one along the lines of the pet idea is, right now, whenever we mount up and we have a really cool, awesome looking mount, our pet disappears. She almost disappeared just now. Look, that was pretty funny. A strange coincidence. Wouldn't it be cool if, as a good farmable drop, or maybe even a pack item, I mean, if guys, Kings Isle, if you have to do it, make it a pack item. If our pets could get their own little mount that either matches our own pet, or just the heck, just looks cool. You know, instead of disappearing when we mount up, our pet could mount up too. We could have like a whole matching thing going on. I really think that would be a cool idea. I know a bunch of you like stuff that matches. You like clothes that matches with your pet, and you like your mounts that match your clothes and whatever else. Wouldn't it be really, really cool if we could get our pets to have little mounts that like match what we did or match our setup? Like, it doesn't even have to be the exact same mount that we're riding, because, well, a bone dragon riding a bone dragon would look kind of funny, wouldn't it? But just a little mount that our pet could ride. I think that would be really cool if we could ride around and have our pets showing at the same time. Okay, that is my pet rant for the moment. Let's get on to some of the Halloween ideas. I think that we should have, during the Halloween period, time, whatever you want to call it, a trick-or-treat type thing where we could go around to the vendors, like trick-or-treat, and get some like little prizes, maybe some good prizes, or maybe some tricks. You know, maybe we open the door and Auburn Quickhammer throws a mud pie at us. You never know. Just some things like that, some differences, you know, some little details to expand, to flesh out the game. I think that right now during Halloween, a trick-or-treat thing would be a great, great idea if we could do that. And expanding really on that idea, if we could, say, craft our own wooden chests and place them throughout the world, and they could have like a little treat or a little trick in them, you know, that sort of thing, where it's the same thing. You could like open a chest that somebody placed and it turns you into a donkey for an hour. I personally would put up with that because that just sounds hilarious. Or it turns you to a gobbler for an hour. Or it turns you into a floating skull for an hour, because some people would want that. That's not even a trick. That would be a treat for me. Just that we could craft or place chests just like wooden. They look just like wooden chests and you can't tell the difference. And people could find them and either get a trick or a treat, depending on what you put in them, or even randomly, even randomly controlled. However you want to do it, King's Isle, just make that happen for us if you can. Let us place chests in the world that are like trick-or-treat chests. Or even during the rest of the year, just gifts for people. I think that would be really a cool idea. It would allow us to interact more. It would encourage more crafting and or item buying. If you had to make them crowns oriented, that would be fine too. Sell us so many empty chests that we could put in whatever we want and then place it. That'd be all right as well. Just anything like that. Maybe a chest gives you a great big huge handlebar mustache. Or maybe it gives you a cool silver shimmery robe that nobody's ever seen before. I mean this. Expansion is all about interactivity, fleshing your game out. I think that the trick-or-treat and the chests would be a great addition to the game. Now, I've got a few game ideas out of the way. Let's get right. I'm not even going to do it. I don't like that dude, so I'm not going to do it. I was tempted, but I'm not going to. You know what I mean, if you know who it is. Let's get into the news. Let's put it that way. There is right now in about T-minus 10 days, because it's usually about October 15th, give or take, that they come out with the new Halloween stuff, going to be the new Gloomthorn Pack. It's going to include, and here's the pictures up here on my right, the new Gloomthorn vine mount, which I have to say, unfortunately, looks like the green vine mount that they already have. It looks like it is. Maybe it'll be different, but from the picture, that's what it does look like it's going to be. There is also the Bat Swarm mount. I haven't seen one of those yet, but unless I miss my guess, we already have one similar to it in those crafted mounts that we made a few months back. So I'm not so much for those two. But there is the Jack-o'-lantern pet. I cannot wait to see what this pet looks like. It has the Headless Horseman spell. So guys, if you were looking for a school-specific spell in the Headless Horseman, it looks like that spell is going to be attached to the pet, and it looks like everybody's going to get to be able to use it. So far, that's what it looks like to me. I haven't seen anything school-specific as far as packs go in ages. There is the werewolf armor and the moonstaff weapon, and that's what they look like right there. There is also going to be Halloween house guests. Unless I miss my guest, it's Unless I miss my guess, it's going to be some of those animated housing items like they've had so far, in the Immortals lore pack with the birds and with the penguins and the whatnot. I hope so, because I would love to have a bunch of house guests like that to put right here in Darkmoor Manor. I promise you, I will morph some of them bad boys coming out of trees and coming out of walls and doing all kinds of interesting stuff. I really will. I cannot wait to see what that's probably going to be the best part of that pack for me, the Halloween house guests. Can't wait to see that. Well, that and the pet, I think, is going to be the two top things for me. All right. Anyhow, so you're going to have the Gloomthorn pack. It's going to be out probably in about 10 days or so, give or take. Now, there's something else that I wanted to talk to you about really quick as far as content stuff goes. I don't know who's heard of it yet or seen anything about it yet or not, but there's supposed to be a new bundle coming out. I don't have a release date on it, and I don't really have much more information on it than the card graphic that I've seen. That is going to be called, here, let me stop and flash it up here for you, the Shinobi Bundle. It's going to be like martial arts themed with like ninja stuff and gear like that. Here's what the card looks like right there. I'm not quite sure what the release date on this is, and I wouldn't imagine they would release it so close to Halloween, so it might be a little bit further out, maybe November, something like that. All right? So we have got a lot of new stuff coming out, even though it isn't a new world, there's new stuff. And, well, hopefully this will be followed up by Mirage or whatever world in the world that we're going to have pretty soon. Hopefully it will be. Maybe they'll release this bundle with the new world. That would be great, wouldn't it? Alright guys, that is it for the news in general. If you guys enjoyed this video, please hit that like button, a good hard smash, and as well subscribe and share. It's going to help me and the channel out greatly. Until next time, this is Skellimystic reminding you that whatever else you do, always love the game. Peace! Hey, it's a Skellimystic. Welcome back to Pet Training Baby Tomega, the Halloween special. Being as so many of you right now are doing the Nosfer quest to get Franken Bunny, I thought that I might feature Franken Bunny as our Baby Tomega pet today. Let me go ahead and show you what he's got as a basics, just so you can see.